Welcome back to the channel. We're doing the ribeye steak French dip sandwich out here on the patio. Let's get started. Woo! I'm telling y'all, the steak sandwiches are gonna hit the spot. Let's get right into these steaks and we'll show you how I do them. So we get down here, I got some USDA prime ribeye steaks. You don't have to use ribeye, but I mean, why not? That's the steak I like. We're gonna pour some of this oil down. This is just gonna act as a binder. And it's gonna help it get a nice crust, because we're all about that flavor. With the other side, the same one to this one, the same thing to this one. And this is the part where you want to use your favorite steak seasoning. I got Montreal, but you use whatever you want to use or whatever you like. These are thick steaks, so I'm going on heavy. We're gonna pat it in. Don't forget about the sides. Get all that seasoning off the board. And we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. Now that we got this thing seasoned up, we're gonna get over to the grill and get these onions started. What's a good steak sandwich without them grilled onions? Let's get these things down. Sizzling. I just got a half of a chopped up white onion here. Into that, we're just gonna throw a little butter down and hit it with just a little drizzle of olive oil. Couple of tong clacks. The universal grilling tool. These onions are sizzling. Let's get a little seasoning on them. Got a little black pepper. Nothing crazy. And of course, a little salt. Just a pinch or two. Get that mixed around. This is gonna make that sandwich pop. If y'all don't like onions and y'all are leaving this off, y'all are missing out on something. We're gonna cook these down till they're nice and caramelized. It's gonna be real good. While we let these onions cook down, let's get that jus going. You gotta have that French dip. And we're just gonna do a couple cups of beef broth. To that, we're gonna add just a little bit of thyme, about 2 teaspoons. A little more black pepper. And some of that W sauce right there. About 8 splashes. Just flavor it on up. We'll give it a little stir. And we're just gonna try to get this thing on a mild simmer right here. While these onions cook down, let them flavors infuse. It's already smelling good. Stir these onions on around. We're just gonna add a little bit of this sauce into these onions, just to incorporate some of that flavor. That's the flavor pop right there. Ooh. We'll let these onions cook down and get this jus simmering. We're gonna go ahead and get these steaks and we're gonna throw them on. These steaks are looking good right here. I'm ready to get them on this heat. Oh yeah, this grill is screaming hot. We're running 500 to 525 right here, and we're gonna flip them every minute and a half. We're trying to get that good crust. Now that we got these things right over that open grill, we're gonna let them sit for about 1.5 to 2 minutes to try to build that good crust, to get those layers of flavor. And while you're cooking these steaks, don't be afraid to let the flame hit it. That flame is where that flavor's at. Don't burn it, but that flame is gonna give it that nice flavor. Don't be scared of it. We're gonna get these things a nice medium rare. Woo! So we got our steaks off the heat. We're letting those onions simmer and really caramelize. We got that jus simmering. We're about to get it back over to the cutting board and get our bread prepped. Bread. So we got a little French baguette right here. We're just gonna cut it in half. That little point for dipping, you know what I mean? And we're gonna cut a little fold down here. Not all the way. I just want like a hinge, the hinge method. Oh yeah, just like that. We'll do the same for the other. And what I like to do on these sandwiches is just start picking the center out. I just don't like all that bread. Feed the birds. I wanna taste that ribeye steak. That's the star of the show. But you do whatever you want to do. I'm just kind of making a little trough in here. So now we got this bread picked out. I'm gonna make a little compound butter here. I just got about a half a stick of melted butter. To that, we're gonna add a little garlic powder, just a little Italian seasoning, about a teaspoon each. Give it a little stir. You don't wanna skip this step. We're just gonna spread it on. I don't really mean to put that much, but you put as much as you want to. That's gonna be that note of flavor that hits that tongue, boy. You can be like, woo! Subway who. Now that we got these buns buttered, let's go back over here and check on these steaks. These onions are done. That jus is done stewing. Let's check these steaks. We're right at 135. These steaks are done. These onions are done. The jus done. Let's start getting these steaks on the cutting board and see what they look like. We can't forget to toast that bread. We're not on a griddle, but we're on this Weber kettle. We're just gonna let this bread hang out for just a minute, and then we're gonna put them back on once we get these steaks and sandwiches built. Give it a little push down. Good enough. The same with the other. Got that bread looking halfway decent anyway. Let's go ahead and get over to this table. So these steaks been hanging out for 10 minutes now and they are smelling unbelievable. Let's cut into one and see what they look like. Oh yeah, a little medium right there. That's what you want for a steak sandwich. Do y'all see that? Let's cut this other one. Oh yeah, beautiful. That's what that prime does for you. These juices running all over the board. Now what we want to do is get this thing, well, the first thing you want to do is get on the spinalis right here. We'll get that rib cap cut off right here. Don't throw that away. That's the best part of the whole steak. I just don't want it on the sandwich. Any parts like that, fatty pieces, you don't want a big chew sandwich. But that's good. That's a good pit master snack right there. Goodness gracious. We'll go ahead and we'll get this steak cut up. We want to do this super thin, or as thin as you can get it. Let me say that. You want a real nice bite. We got this stuff cut up and it's just, I mean, it's looking amazing. I ain't never ate something this good on a sandwich. We're gonna do it today. Let's go ahead and load our sandwich up. We're making a man-sized portion today. Some of these caramelized onions. The controversial part, we're gonna do one with cheese. This is smoked provolone. Then we're gonna do one without it. Building number 2. And we're putting cheese on both of them. Say what you want to. We're about to get back over to the grill and get this cheese all ooey gooey. It's done. Y'all look at this big daddy sandwich right here. Y'all know it's looking good. I'm ready to give this thing a try. We're gonna try it without the sauce first. Oh my God. Whew. Whew, that is unreal. Let's see how this sauce is. Y'all try that jus, no doubt about it. It levels the sandwich up times 10. One more time, do y'all see that? I mean, that steak is just perfectly cooked. Prime ribeye. You can definitely do this with chuck roast, sirloin, do it in the house, however you want to. But this sandwich right here, the way we made it, is unreal. Y'all give this recipe a try. Till next time, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.